If band names were literal, what would be the worst concert to attend? This band called Gore or the other name they use. Zavleg mafafafafstistiamamami. Sodomy inside the infected maggot-infested womb of a molested nun dying under the roof of a burning church, while a priest watches and ejaculates in immense perverse pleasure over his first fresh fetus. Crash test dummies. The crash test dummies from the 80s and 90s PSA letters about wearing your seatbelt during a concert of PSA songs about seatbelts and driver safety. I would rather have a root canal down without painkillers with the dentist drilling through my cheek and then into the tooth before attending such an event. Earth, wine and fire. Carnage. Just pure goddamn carnage. The ground is exploding through the stage. The audience is getting gusted by hurricane force winds. There's a fucking fire tornado in the arena. This is a deathscape. This is hell. The chain smokers, you'd just be sitting there choking on their smoke. Gorillas, they'd be up on stage flinging shit at the audience. Massive attack for obvious reasons. What a fun exercise. Well, there are disgusting and revolting ones, but Imagine Dragons would have us all sit in a circle and use our imaginations to think about mythical creatures. I think that sounds awful. I mean, it wouldn't literally be the worst concert, but would you really want to see brand new? They would be just awful with them being so new and all. No way that's a good show. This question is asked all the time. And one of the top answers should always be Limp Bizkit. No one would go to that show expecting to listen to music if their name were literal. The Red Hot Chili Peppers ... because it'd be boring. Other bands have eventful names, even if they're disgusting or dangerous. But some peppers on a stage, that's nothing. Foo Fighters. The term Foo Fighters was used by Allied aircraft pilots during World War II to describe various unidentified flying objects or mysterious aerial phenomena. Green Day. Not because the name is terrible, but because it implies the concert has to take place during the day. Who wants to go to a concert in the daytime? Megadeth, Mass Death, In Flames, everyone and everything is on fire. Iron Maiden, a giant Iron Maiden torture device. Judas Priest, the guy that betrayed Jesus. My Chemical Romance would probably be a cross between a bunch of simultaneous makeout sessions and chemical warfare. That doesn't seem too far-fetched though. They're naked ladies, seeing as how they're men. And if you take the name to mean all ladies in audience are naked, damn, that would be a strong fish smell. I would say Smashing Pumpkins, but it'd probably be cool to see some dude completely smoke a few pumpkins with a sledgehammer or hydraulic press. Genesis. There'd be literally nobody there to start with, but as soon as the crowd built up, they'd all be deliberately put to death in a flood. All of these are too exciting. I think 21 Pilots. It's just 21 guys. They aren't musicians. They just mill around on stage being pilots. The Beatles wouldn't be as dangerous as some of the other comments, but it sure would be boring as fuck to watch some bugs on stage. Slipknot. It would just be a knot on a stage, with someone beside it doing math on how people would be equal to shit. Or whatnot. Who bastink? Whatever that shit is, man. I don't wanna know ... Alternatively, Zavleg mafafafafstistiamamami. They might be giants. You look at these somehow 6 foot tall and 60 foot tall people, trapped in an illusion of size. Ninja sex party. I dislike to imagine it would be a bunch of ninjas having an orgy during a silent disco party. Dead Kennedys, the Dead Milkman, Cherry Poppin' Daddies, Incubus aka Ancient Greeks, Bill Cosby, Alien Ant Farm, 9-inch nails. At least Home Depot also has screws, bolts, and anything else you could need for construction. Tennis. It wouldn't be horrible, but it just wouldn't be a concert anymore, unless you genuinely hated tennis. Breaking Benjamin would just be beating the shit out of a guy named Benjamin. What has he ever done to you? Before someone starts the best version of this thread, I'd say Smashing Pumpkins would be pretty fun. Dying Fetus, The Revolting Cocks, Thrash and the Cunts, Gorilla Biscuit, Black Market Baby. Just a few choices. Nickelback, because that's just not enough to return to me for listening to their fucking music. Led Zeppelin. I assume it's a recreation of the Hindenburg crash, but the audience gets hit. There's a band in my hometown called Shit Narnia. I dunno. That doesn't sound like much fun. Lots of good answers here. I'm just thinking how terrifying fields of the Nephilim would be. Appalachian Terror Unit. I imagine that would just play out like a Hatfield or Moko ambush. The airborne toxic event has got to be on the list somewhere, along with Jimmy Eat World. Kills which engage sounds like you show up and get put in an electric chair or something. 10,000 maniacs. Depending on the venue, there would be more maniacs than spectators. Sick puppies would just be sad. Garbage might be interesting, or it might just sting. Bullets and octane would be pretty bad. The best might be Rainbow Kitten Surprise. Lol, I read this wrong at first. I thought it read brand names and I put Raisin Bran. AFI inside. Can't imagine a worse time than being literally burned alive. Napalm Death. Suicide Machines. Meat Puppets. Skinny Puppy would be sad to watch. Nickelback. Even with getting free money, it would be the worst concert to attend. Cream. It'd just be a carton of half and half sitting on an otherwise empty stage. 10 years. Okay, the first hour of music was good, but when does this fucking end? There are plenty of contenders for worst, but only one for best 3 Dog Night. Green Day. Being a reference to weed. Would smell bad. I hate the smell of weed. No FX. Especially if you're into light shows and shit. Would be bland as hell. And You Will Know Us by the Trail of the Dead probably isn't going to go well. Blood on the Dance Floor is already the worst concert-going experience as is. Dave Matthews Band. One Dave Matthews sucks. Imagine a whole band of them. Does Nirvana bring us Nirvana? Definitely sign me up for bare naked ladies. I really don't want to be in the crowd when a Led Zeppelin goes Hindenburg. Pelvic Meatloaf. Not sure how that would work, but I don't want to see it. I do wonder what Orhufu Y girl would fight them at. Megadeth would not be fun. Within Temptation would just be frustrating. I don't know what a who busting I wouldn't want to find out. Panic at the Disco. I don't want to get caught in a stampede in a disco. Sex Pistols. Don't know what that'd be, but doesn't sound wholesome or legal. System of a Down. You show up for a show and none of their shit works. Arctic Monkeys, you freeze to death while the band throws shit at you. The powers of darkness shall rain blood upon this city for 500 years. Puts grindcore band names on a dartboard and prepares to pick one. 5 Finger Death Punch. The name doesn't even have to be literal. Men Without Hats. I mean, come on, we live in a society, people. Rainbow Kitten Surprise. Surprise, the Rainbow Kitten hanged itself. Dayglow Abortions. Smash Mouth. People in the front rows won't have any teeth left. They might be giants. It's either disappointing or terrifying. Pon wouldn't be the worst ever. At the Wet Jones would sub. Cannibal Corpse. The Bomb Pops. The Killers. Mayday Parade. Cradle of Filth. Actual Cradle of Filth would be horrible. I don't know, but I'm going to check out the Baronate Ladies. The Circle Jerks. Oh wait, they are literally their band name. Alexis on Fire. I don't want to see some chick burn alive, thanks. Tough to get your money's worth with Rush. Short show suck. Idka for Sex Pistols concert would be good or bad, honestly. Bad Religion. WTF is this? Some kinda lame fucking church. AC/DC. But it would be an electrifying experience, ducks. A small local punk band called Anal Sausage gets my vote. Island Bows. I'd be stuck on an island with them. 1. The Killers. 2. Dayglow Abortions. 3. Sex Pistols. Puddle of Mud would certainly be the most inconvenient. 9 Inch Nails. What a pit experience that would be.